Hello, 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 everybody. So, this is about dog preps. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff here. So, and please bear with me. I have one of those eyeball headaches, or a headache in my eyeball. So, making me a little slow. I can't focus on anything but my eyeball right now. So, as most of you or some of you may or may not know, I have 5 dogs. And I've been in rescue for probably most of my life on some level. Every one of my dogs is a rescue. I have 3 seniors. One is 12, one just turned 14, and Tippy will be 16 in March. Tippy has kidney disease, so I make his food, and he has high blood pressure, so he's on medication for that. Buddy is 12, he's on thyroid medication. Precious is 14, she's not on anything, but she does have allergies. Rocky is a foster I had, and we've been through distemper with her, and the coronavirus came up and we kept her. Let's just say not all rescues you may work for are created equal, and a lot of people give me grief over that because they say it'll scare people away from it, but you know, it is what it is. It's a fact. So there's some lovely ones out there, and there are some not so lovely ones out there. So we kept her, and she's, other than what she went through, pretty healthy. We've gone through some behavioral things, and we've got all of that under control now. She was a food thief. Like, she stole some pretty expensive meats and stuff there for a while, and I treat her paws. Her nose has healed up pretty good. Distemper is referred to as hard paw disease, besides its other ailments, the other conditions it brings on. There's their feet get really hard and rough in their nose, but we got through that. Distemper, there was really no treatment for. I did vitamin C. I found one research paper or report, and I did that, and she seemed to come out of it pretty good compared to what I've heard from other people and their dogs, whereas parvo, there is treatment. So these are things that I've gotten and learned over the years you should probably keep. If you only have one dog, you won't probably need all this, but some of the basics would be like ear cleaner. You can get a liquid. You can use this when you give them a bath, and they have ear wipes. You can prevent a lot of issues just by maintaining ear health. So I highly recommend ear cleaner for any dog. Eye wash, also another one. If you have a dog that has allergies or watery eyes, this is good. I have 2 kinds here. This is a saline solution just for eye washing, and this is a anti-microbial eye wash, and it's good if you have dogs with allergy symptoms and things like that. That's a good one to have. The Verticin brand, if I'm pronouncing that right, it's a good one to have. Shampoos, I have a variety of shampoos. Bella, the other rescue dog I have, she's a lab mix. She's an allergy mess. I thought Precious was an allergy mess. Bella's an allergy mess. She has a lot of skin problems if you don't maintain it. So I get the allergy itch shampoos for her. It's also good for all your dogs to have a oatmeal shampoo. This is a leave-in conditioner, and this is the shampoo. You know your dog's best, so you would, have things that would benefit your dogs. But, say you rescue a dog off the streets for some reason, have some stuff. I have this, which is also an oatmeal treatment, stops itching, and helps, with a lot of skin conditions. Skin conditions with dogs can be really common. If you have a dog with a condition that the skin is moist a lot, you want to keep the dog's skin dry, and vice versa. If it's dry, you want to keep it moist. I keep Benadryl, liquid, and pills. You can always crush up pills into a powder mixed with water. For the liquid, I have these, and you can get this type. Well, this came from the vet with the medication. I just wash them. And these you can get from the pharmacist for free. You just ask them when you buy like the liquid medications for your children or whatever. They will give you the oral, at least CVS does. Triple antibiotic cream. They get a wound or a bite or something like that. Now with the Benadryl, what's really good about Benadryl is not just allergies, but if your dog gets stung by a bee or bit by something, Benadryl will be the thing that will help with the inflammation, the itching, the irritation, and help them feel better and relax. Butt paste for babies. This stuff is magic for everybody. You, your dog, your babies. It looks ugly. It's an ugly color. It's kind of a brownish color, but it's good for heat rash, urine scald. We use this to prevent urine scald because my 15-year-old dog has to wear a belly band because of his kidney disease, because you don't want to have urine everywhere. Belly bands are amazing. They work great. So this will help you, your babies, and your pets with a lot of skin irritation, rashes, all kinds of stuff. This stuff is magic. Keep a supply of your heart guard to prevent heartworms. Keep a supply of flea and tick treatment for your dogs. This is a tick key just in case, and it removes ticks. I keep dewormer around just in case, because your dogs, if a neighbor brings in a dog, you don't know what they have. Kind of like I felt really bad because the rescue I was dealing with was not diagnosing Rocky with her distemper. So I contaminated the whole neighborhood, squirrels, everything, So you never know what is around you. I have the Benadryl cream, which is useful for bug bites, allergy spots, spots they're creating from licking or whatever. I have that. I also have, and I didn't bring it, I have a lot of things I use. An antifungal cream and an anti-itch cream, and I have lidocaine cream for numbing. Part of the first stage, you'll want these This is that self-adhesive wraps, because if you ever have to treat a wound on your dog, you can't tape a bandage on them. This would be about the only thing that's going to hold that bandage on. So I have a lot of these. And I'm not saying that you should always be treating your own dogs. You know, when you can get them into the vet, that's the first thing you should do. But like when Tippy went down on Halloween, we couldn't get him in for 3 days. So you may not be, with everything that's going on, able to get to the vet. If there are minor issues and you have an idea of what happened and such, if you have these things on hand, you can either do preventative measures to prevent things from happening, like the ear wash, the eye wash, the shampoos, the Benadryl if you know your dog has allergies. Bella actually has to take Apoquil because she just has them bad. You know, the ear cleaner, all these things will help maintain a healthy dog and prevent you from having more issues. Grooming. Even if you have a dog that does not need grooming, you want to have shears. If they do get a wound that you do have to treat for whatever reason, you'll need to shave that area so you can clean it and treat it. Also, it's really good, even if you have a dog that doesn't need major grooming, to keep what they refer to as a potty patch. And that's where you keep the rear end and the tinkle area shaved clean, so you don't have, you know, buildup and ick happen, and just keeps everything nice, clean, and sanitary in between bathing. So I have the shears. I also have the arch scissors. So like with Tippy, he's a schnauzer. You can trim around the face and the eyes and such, you know, more safely without hurting them. And then of course your regular scissors for trims and what have you. Really beneficial to have all of that. Nails. You want to keep their nails trimmed. I prefer this type over the ones where they stick their nail in and you chop it off. Those really twist the nails. You can also get or use your Dremel, but be careful. You can get one of these, and this is made by Andy's, and these are your extra attachments to file them down. My dogs are not keen on letting me touch their feet for any reason. So my husband has to hold them, especially Precious. She'll yell at me before I ever touch her. So you want to have that. I have a child's toothbrush. When you're giving your dog a bath, you can use a wash rag and a small soft bristle toothbrush to do around the face area and get like eye boogers and tear stains and things like that, and really get them cleaned up around the face. So that's really handy. I do make my own Paw and Nose Balm, but you can buy them, and these are really good, especially in the winter if you live in a snow area and they salt the streets and things like that. Then it's really bad on their feet, a lot of the stuff outside. So that helps with softening pads and their nose. This is a detangling spray. If you have a dog that needs brushing and stuff like that, this is really good to help with detangling, and the Burt's Bees is 99.7% natural. So you have that. So I think that's everything. Oh, one more thing. I'll be right back. This right here, Anti-Microbial Wound and Skincare. This is a spray, so it's easy to apply. So you want to have that, and it's for cats, dogs, bunnies, birds, anything. So it's really good for cat acne, from what I understand, sores, skin irritations, abrasions, cuts. So if you do get a wound, you can clean it out with this. Use your other items, doctor them up really good. So these are some of the things that I have for the various issues with my dogs. I also have antibiotic that I keep. I have all of their medications, and any leftover medications I write down what they are and what they're for. I have kennel cough medications, respiratory medications, so which is really a common illness. If you get a dog from a shelter, it's more than likely they're going to have the upper respiratory infections. So, like you have, you know, your first aid, bandages and things like that, you'll want to use this to make them, you know, stay on. I would start out with your shampoos and your ear wash and the Benadryl, and then I would definitely have the wound care. Dogs are infamous for banging their eyes, getting poked in the eye, because they just run willy-nilly, especially if you have more than one dog. So that's where I add in the eye wash. They usually will give you an eye drop, a steroid at the vet, and just about everything is treated with an antibiotic when you go to the vet. So, I mean, know your dog. Don't do anything if you don't know what's going on. And if you can, you know, get into the vet, that's your first choice. But in an emergency situation, if we're put in a position where we have to be dealing with our dogs as best we can, you know, you want to have your grooming supplies no matter what. That'll help prevent a lot of issues just in itself. You want to have your flea and tick treatments. You want to have your heartworm medicines, shampoos, ear cleaner, Benadryl I recommend to keep on hand for dogs for all sorts of situations, your antibiotic cream, and these help with if you have a dog that's really hard to administer medicine to. Rocky was really hard during the distemper. I mean, I can do anything with her now, but during the distemper, she would literally, if you crushed it almost to a powder, she would spit out every little piece of pill. So you can always crush them to powder, mix them with the little water or broth. I was giving her a lot of homemade bone broth during that, and just squirt it in their mouths if you have to. You gotta do what you gotta do with your pets. I've probably been in every situation now you can possibly imagine. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. If you have any ideas of something I should get that I don't have, let me know down below. If you're making dog food for your dogs, remember to add extra rice and things so that you have what you need for their diet. See, I make Tippy's food for his kidney disease, so now I have to double up on my rice. So let me know if you have any ideas and suggestions. If I forgot anything, I tried not to, but I probably did. I always do. And stay safe,